All right, so you will go to your math models lesson module for this week. This week is incredibly difficult. I am not going to even pretend like it isn't. We are starting exponential functions. So they give us exponential functions, notes, and practices. If you ever see like this right here, it says refuse to connect, you just click on the link. That's all you have to do. It will take us there. And I'm actually going to stop presenting for just a quick minute. So give me a minute, guys, because I want to share the audio. Okay, so it needs to give me that option. Include computer sound. Yes. Come on. Oh my gosh. Okay. Now I can do it. There we go. All right. This should not be showing up, so let's get rid of that. Okay, so we're going to watch this together. It's an introduction to exponential functions. Turn that on.
The idea of an exponential function, and really just show you how fast these things can grow. So let's just write an example exponential function here. So let's say we have y is equal to 3 to the x power. Notice this isn't x to the third power, this is 3 to the x power. Our independent variable x is the actual exponent. So let's get it labeled here. See how quickly this thing grows. If you will graph this graph. Let's get the x values here. Let's say let's start with x equals 4, 3, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now,
Okay. I am going to pause that for just a minute. What he's doing right now is he's creating a chart showing you using this equation, y is equal to 3 to the, and then he says negative fourth power, and he tells you what that is, 1 over 81. Because when you have a negative exponent, it actually flips and inverses the whole number into a fraction form now. 1 over whatever the whole number was to the whole number of exponent, which is 1 over 81. So he's graphing it at this point in time. I have shown you since week 1 what I'd like for you to use as far as an appropriate calculator. It is going to be Desmos Graphing, and it's a link that's also on Canvas under my teacher and student resources, I believe. So like say we're going to do exactly what he just said. Y equals 3 to the x power, right? Okay, and so this is what that graph looks like, and I need y'all to be aware of what exponential graphs do look like. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so y'all can see it. They curve. They are not linear like a line, like we learned last 6 weeks for linear graphs. This is an exponential, and as I go, you're going to see y equals, let's just do, I don't know why I put minus. Y equals to, let's do 4 to the x power and see what that looks like compared to 3 to the x power. So the great thing about Desmos is it color coordinates too. So you see a red is the first equation, blue is the second equation. So now I'm going to zoom in. And you can see just a slight difference from red to blue. Red, the line is a little more wide, and as it goes up, blue, it's steep. You can see it's a little steeper. It's going up faster than it would red. And you're like, Miss Stalko, when am I ever going to use this? I just saw the other day in IPC class, so that's Mr. Elder's IPC Integrated Physics and Chemistry class. They're doing this very thing right now, using exponential equations to find potential energy and kinetic energy. So to say like there's not even a application for this, there is. I mean, they're using it all the time. So I'm not going to keep on with this video. What I want you to know is you have this link in case you want to finish out the video. Then we've got exponential versus linear growth. So I'm going to pause that. Watching this video, he is going to compare what an exponential graph looks like compared to a linear graph. It's going to be more minute as he begins, minute meaning smaller, and then it's going to grow exponentially, meaning each time it doesn't have a specific pattern such as a whole number pattern. It's not multiplying by 2 like a linear graph would do or adding 2. Instead, it's growing at a bigger rate each time because we're using exponents. And then I give you all of this here, like warm up, practice, verbal, table, linear models. I'd like for you guys to do the warm up. And it is exponential versus linear growth. And again, if you're not here in class and you're at home watching this, there are examples. So copy of class notes is being provided through this. There are examples of worked problems so you know. And then here, check for understanding. So they give you a problem. The x is 0, 1, 2, 3. Y is 5, 10, 15, 20. And he wants you to finish or fill in the blanks. So this relationship is linear or exponential. So I can kind of take a look and just say right now, I'm adding 5 to the y each time. But how am I doing that with x? Is it 0 plus 5 gets me 5? Yes. 1 somehow getting me to 10. Is it 1 times 10 is 10? Is it 1 plus 9? It has to be the same pattern. 2 into 15. Guys, I'm not seeing how this is linear right now. So we're going to go up here and I'm going to try to figure this out of saying, okay, how are they solving and getting that? And you can go over here to your example problems. And let's create ratios. So I'm going to pull up my Zeitboard. Zeitboard is awesome. It is a whiteboard that is online. And I can now create my own. Stop that. want to create a new one. Okay. Got it. I got to delete one of mine. Sorry, teachers are trying their best to like save. So I'm going to delete these. Save money. Delete this one. Delete that one. Yes. Okay. So in the meantime, now I can open up and create my own board. Oh my goodness. It's going to take more time. Just go to my boards. It's basically wanting me to pay for this, and I don't want to pay for this. Oh my goodness. Okay, we'll just talk about it then for now. So looking at example number 1, it says, this is what linear growth would look like. Consider this relationship represented by this table. So y is -2 when my x is 12, and it's 5 when my x is 15, it's 12 when my x is 18, and it's 19 when my x is 21. Here, the x values are increasing by exactly 3 units each time. So 12 plus 3 is 15. 15 plus 3 is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. And the y values are increasing by 7. Or adding 7, they get -2 plus 7 is 5. So forth and so on. This relationship is linear because each y value is 7 more than the value before it. So we're looking at the y relationship if it's linear. Now let's look at exponential relationships. So here they give us this, and they say here are the x values increasing by 1, plus 1, plus 1, plus 1. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we could keep going. The y values are multiplying by 3. Therefore, this relationship is exponential because each y value is 3 times. We're not adding like they were doing with the y values for linear, we're multiplying. So then they give me this one. Number 3, growth that is neither linear nor exponential. So the x on this one, all of the values are adding by 2. But this one here, for the y, they're adding, but they're not adding by the same number. And the ratios aren't constant. 9 over 4, 16 over 9, 25 over 16. They're saying there's no relationship. It can't be linear or exponential. So checking our understanding, Jordan, pay attention. Okay, I'm going to pull up my pen. Okay, and y'all are going to talk to me about this. Check for understanding. Problem number 1. How am I going from 0 to 1? I'm adding what? How do you get from 0 to 1? You add 1. Aiden's not going to say it, but that's what he pointed at and showed me. 1 to 2, I'm adding what? 1. And then 2 to 3, I'm adding 1. So far, it's showing me linear with my x's, but now I need to look at my y's. 5 to 10. I'm adding 5. Or I could have said times 2, but that's not going to be the repetition here in a second. So then 10 to 15, I'm adding 5. 15 to 20, I'm adding 5. And they told us if you, oh my gosh, if you add on the y, then it is what? Is it linear or exponential? Linear. Thank you. It is linear. Okay. All right. I have less than like 30 seconds to talk. So I would say, okay, this is linear because each value is, I'm going to put the plus 5 or is blank more times the value, more than the value before it. So check that, and it gives me a little green check mark. So you can do this with problem 2 on your own. I'm going to erase all this. But then the assignment is I want you guys to do the